Hi, everybody. So Phoenix has been in the making for a while now, about 5 or 6 years. It might have been a bit shorter had it not been for COVID, but actually COVID was very useful for perfecting ideas, and indeed that's how we used it with Phoenix. We began with the notion that it would be for musicians and to really right the wrong that musicians do not earn a fair share of revenue neither on music platforms nor on social media. But during the time of COVID, we expanded it to include all types of artists, because actually the exploitation of artists is pretty much across the board, whether they're actors or dancers or models or visual artists. Every type of artistic industry unfortunately has the complete exploitation of the people that enable that industry to exist, which are the creators. And so Phoenix is all about doing two things principally. First of all, ensuring that artists have a much fairer share of income, as well as many tools for their business, as well as having control of how they present themselves to the world. And secondly, Phoenix 360 is about greater user enjoyment. We think that social media it has had obviously a very, very dominating involvement in our society, but we think it can be much more enjoyable, much more productive for the users. So that's what we intend to do.
I left the music industry around 2016, 2017. And one day I get a phone call from my good friend Alan to say, hey Sandy, I have this idea which I think will revolutionize the music industry. Which for me at the point in time was quite interesting, because as I was retiring from the music business, I was getting phone calls and requests to meet from artists and artist managers, all struggling in the new digital structure of the music industry, where they were either not getting any money from any of the platforms or very little money. But the other thing is that they were saying, I'm with a record label, right? And my new video came out, and my label didn't do anything for me. So I put my video up on my own YouTube channel, and then my own record label copyright strike my own video, which is with them. Help me, how do I do this? So what we kind of figured out was that in the whole ecosystem of digital music industry, nobody was making enough money, and everybody was trying to fight over who can do what and who can get what and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, all the tech companies, and you will know all the names of all the big social media companies, they're making billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, and all the record labels are dying, and all the artists are being let go from the label. So the idea was, can we build a platform that is a social media platform that actually encourages the well-being of the artists, where the artists can earn enough money that they can survive, but also for the fans. Can we create a platform for the artists and the fans where the fans and artists become closer together? And that's the foundation of the idea for Phoenix 360.
What is the troubleshooting that you're doing regarding this issues?
Okay, so we tackle a hard question first. So the issue with copyright is when somebody feels that music is being used without permission, or they're not getting paid enough money for the use. So for Phoenix, one of the things that we're doing is that we're allowing the artists to actually highlight all their music videos, but they don't necessarily have to upload their music videos directly. So which means all their music videos exist on YouTube. They can actually link all those videos into the Phoenix app, which means if all the copyrights are already covered and paid for in YouTube, there will be no copyright strikes, because you are not uploading a video, you are just sharing a link that's already been approved. But the other thing that we want to try and make clear to everybody is, me personally, as an industry executive who's been in this business of digital, trying to create more wealth or more commercial arrangements between artists, publishers, and record labels, I think the whole idea of copyright strikes is actually very negative. So I personally think that some platforms use the concept of copyright strike to not pay the artist, right? And I'll give you one example, and I won't name the platform, but if you guys know the platforms, you will know. So some platforms, if you say, I'm an artist, they say, no, 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 you're not an artist. To be designated as an artist, you must have at least 10,000 followers, right? Or 4,000 hours of viewing before they will pay you 1 cent. If you don't have 10,000 fans and you don't have 4,000 viewing hours, you are just a hobby guy. You are not an artist. You are not doing this for money, right? So the problem is that, let's just say I've already had my channel for 4 years. I have 100,000 fans. And if I decide to sing a cover version of Regine Velasquez or Gary Vee or whatever it is, suddenly I'm getting 3 copyright strikes, and my channel for 4 years, which took me all this time to build all my content, is suddenly shut down by this platform. Why? It's a good reason not to pay you, right? So to me, is there a way where we can make it more friendly that allows the parties to actually say, hey guys, Cesar is an artist, he's doing a great thing with your song. Do you want to share the income? And if the copyright owner says, yeah, okay, whatever, then we leave the video up. But if Cesar doesn't want to share income, and that party doesn't want you to have it without payment, then we say, Cesar, sorry, you have to take it down. But if we take it down, we don't copyright strike you and try and kill you, because why would I want to kill you as an artist?
This is, thanks, this is a similar screen to what you might see on TikTok, and you're able, like TikTok, to scroll through videos. But unlike a TikTok, indeed unlike anything in the marketplace, what you see here, there's a little rectangle there, and it's a bit fuzzy, right? But it says visit app. So every single video that we present, you're able to go to an app created by the artist, and that is an app which we believe they can create in 20 minutes, a distinctive app which will look different to other artists' apps. And so rather than just watching a video and perhaps watching other videos of that same artist, and if they run out, then you have to wait for the artist to give you another video, here you can very directly engage with an artist app. So what does an artist app look like, right? So I will...
You're prepared?
we can go here. So I will give you an example of an artist app, right? Right here. And the first thing about an artist app is it tends to have a artistic cover, just perhaps like magazines of old, right, did. Right, they always used to say that a magazine cover is what sold the magazine. We hope that an artistic cover sells the app of the artist.
And it's full screen. It's not just a small profile photo.
Yeah, right. And this happens to be an actress and model from New York. The reason I like demoing her app is she took the time to upload 4,000 photos. Now you can't upload 4,000 photos in 20 minutes, but in 20 minutes you can make a very credible, very distinctive app. So the first thing is that as you scroll here, she has however much of a bio she wants to put there, but you'll also notice some buttons. You can share this app. This app created by the artist is what's known as a shareable or web app. And they can actually put their URL on Instagram, Facebook, wherever they wish to. Anybody who clicks on it will instantly get that artist app on their phone. However, we don't expect people to actually upload multiple artist apps. What you're immediately encouraged to do when you get this app from Jerry Lee or any other artist is to download the full app, which consists of many of these apps. But the reason we create a shareable app is the artist can share it with their fans, and this is a great way to get the artist involved in distribution, and indeed the artist gets compensated for the number of fans they bring on board. So the artist's compensation does not vary from month to month depending on the popularity of their song this month or next month, right, or whatever art they're involved in. They get a continuing annuity, a continuing income every month. And that income can be quite considerable. So we know in the US, it's probably a minimum of $1.44 US per fan that actually gets the app via the artist. In the Philippines, it might be 10% of that. It might be $1,400 for 10,000 fans rather than 14,000. But I think most people would appreciate that $1,400 for an artist without a huge fan base is probably life-changing. And